yeah, why is classic rock in Panama still what you hear on the radio? Why is it so prevalent? And I think what I would, it has to do with programming of the radio stations, of course, but it also has to do with, I think, when rock and roll first came out, it was in English, and when it hit Panama in the '60s and in the '70s, you know, everything was in English, and a lot of people even learned English like listening to classic rock songs. So everybody that does radio now or programs radio, they're from that era, from that generation. But literally, if you page through the radio stations and you fall on anything that's in English, you're going to hear a classic rock song that's, you might hear something from the 90s and maybe late 2000s now, but a lot of classic rock music is still played. I think it resonates with the people because it's very similar to the Spanish rock that evolved from that, or that sprung from that, in the 70s and in the 80s when Spanish rock was really getting big, especially in South America and here in Panama. So it has that, when you want to hear some heavy guitars, you want to hear some pounding drums, people want to hear classic rock music, and it just seems like, who knows, it could be something from left over from when the Americans were here guarding the canal. Could be something about that, where there was a lot of classic rock music being played on the radio. But if you put on like a Steve Miller Band song out in the middle of nowhere somewhere, you're going to find that people kind of know the song. I'm not talking about like way out in Guararé maybe, but up in Chorrera you could put Steve Miller Band and people will know that song and say, oh, I know that one, just because they've heard it so much, because classic rock still is very prevalent here.